Hello traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Tuesday, May 28th, and this is my analysis of the Euro-US dollar starting on the monthly, working my way all the way up to the 1 hour time frame for the full top-down analysis. So on the Euro dollar monthly, I'm definitely still looking at this as very clearly either a running flat wave C or possibly an expanding flat wave C. Either scenario, I think this has a pretty decent amount of upside potential for a running flat or possibly an expanding flat. So let's keep that in mind. Let's head down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, I'm definitely still looking at this as the end of a correction right here. I think this right here is a wave 1. I also think this is right here is the end of the wave 2. So I think this is the end of the wave 2 here, so that would make this a 1 of 3. That would make this a 2 of wave 3, and I think that we are very, very likely now in a wave 3 of wave 3, which is most likely a wave 3 of an expanding flat wave C. So let's take a look at it on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we definitely have been continuing to make higher highs, higher lows. Definitely no breaker structure to the downside, no significant lower high. I still think there's a pretty good chance that we have a pretty decent amount of upside potential. I still think we are likely to go up maybe to this high right here, maybe around the 178, or maybe even the 200% Fibonacci extension before we make a 3, a 4, a 5, which I think this is all going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 1 of wave 3. So heading down to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, it does look like the dollar is trying to turn down. Now we are at the 78% Fibonacci retracement right now, and like I was saying in some of last week's videos, I mean this actually could be a downtrend right here for the wave A. This move up right here could actually be a wave A, B, C of B. So if this does turn into like an engulfing move to the downside, especially if you can identify the break of structure, then that would tell me that most likely we're going down for a wave C before we continue the uptrend. Now I would be very, very cautious about trying to sort this, because even though it does look like that is a very likely possibility, it actually may be more likely, especially because the trend is up on every single higher time frame. It may actually be more likely that this actually just keeps on trending up, making those higher highs and higher lows. Heading right down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, like I was just saying on the 4 hour, we are at the 78% Fibonacci retracement. We do have a pretty good move down. This move down over here could be a wave A. This move up right here could actually be a corrective wave B. So we do have a break of structure to the downside, but this actually could be an ABC correction to the uptrend. So I would be very cautious about sorting it. I would actually have to see a nice break of structure on the US dollar index, which we don't have yet, to really prove that this is going down for the bigger wave C. So if it does start to make lower lows, lower highs, if it does hold below this structure, then I would say that most likely this is the end of a wave B, and most likely we are already going down for a wave C. But like I said, be very, very cautious, because even though it does look like this is a pretty likely possibility, all the higher time frame trends are up. It may be very likely that this is actually just another ABC correction within an uptrend, just a subdivision of a much bigger uptrend on the higher time frames, and it just keeps on trending up. Based on the higher time frames, I personally am definitely looking for longs, because the daily, weekly, and monthly are in an uptrend. So I am definitely personally looking for longs at the end of every single pullback I see for what I think is the continuation of this big wave 3, like I was saying, a wave 3 of an expanding flat or a wave 3 of a running flat on the weekly and monthly time frames. So don't forget to check out my free Discord channel, which is linked up here above, and don't forget to check out my membership program, where I cover every single pair on this list during those live trading sessions that I do every single day. And I also do share all my trade setup ideas with the group at the time of entry by signing up at my website, fxpipcollector.com. As always, thank you and happy trading.